Hello, my Aquarius. Oh my goodness, I've missed you guys so much, and I hope you've all been happy, healthy, and well. Guys, this is what I want to hear. Um, so, welcome to your reading, and let's get started here. So, for those of you who've been watching me for a while, you know how I operate. The first half will be about your situation. I tend to focus on love, but anything can really come out in relationships, be it friends, family, whatever it is. And then the second half will be about your soulmate. Now, keep in mind the energies can be flip flopped. And with a general reading, it may or may not resonate with your situation. But for something tailored to your specific situation, you will need a private reading. And I do offer live one-on-ones, which most of you do choose to do. That's a little more fun, honestly, and that's my favorite as well. And then I also offer private videos as well, okay? Pre-recorded readings. Now let's get started here. So Aquarius, there's a big energy coming through here right off the bat of, for some of you out, this could be like a specific message. It just feels like somebody's out there. It could be like an issue with a parent. I'm hearing like an issue with a parent. This card here has been sticking out to me since I just recorded Capricorn. But this was sticking out to me right away for you guys. And what it says here now is a god of conflict resolution. You're being encouraged to walk away from a current conflict. For those of you who are having issues with a parent, or maybe like family, ex-family, or, there really is no such thing. Your family is your family, and for better, for worse, whatever it is, that's the reality. But what it feels like more is maybe family that you do not associate with anymore. It feels like maybe you wish things could be different. It also feels, it's sometimes like it could have been hurtful. But what it does feel like you are being guided to do, though, is to make peace with that, with the situation, with the people involved. And it feels like you are mulling over it with somebody. It does feel, though, for the bulk of you, like it could be more immediate family. For those of you like who are having a big issues with like mom, with dad, brother, sister, these kinds of things. Some of you, it can, be more extended family, like cousins or whatnot. But it's more feeling like the immediate, more mother, father, brother, sister. It feels like you could be dealing with like a bit of a narc here. And I think what you're being guided to, there's like this energy, you can't beat yourself up over this, I feel, forever. And I feel the pain that it's and I feel like you do want to work it out. But there is an energy here of they want it their way. And I don't feel an energy of somebody who's very moving. No, I'm sorry. Not moving. It's more like it feels like they're not willing to give. Like they're not willing to, I don't know. They don't seem to be good at boundaries. It feels like their idea of, maybe you're my daughter or you're my mother. For those of you, maybe it can even be reversed. Maybe you're a, mother, and your kid is a narcissist, or whatever it is, like they're selfish. There's kind of this energy, though, of the bulk of you, it feels more like parents or sister, brother, sister. But it feels like they are more, you do this for me, and I love you. You do it my way or the highway. These feel like my way or the highway kind of people, and when you put those types of people, in relationship, what it turns into is just a big fat ego fest. And you'll find that a lot of their relationships, they only surround themselves with people who, just kind of nod and worship them. And anyone who stands up to them, they dispose of. Even their kids. And what it feels like, it's very hurtful. But this type of energy, though, it's only like the reality, what I feel is like the only way that you can be in their lives is to submit. And, you know, I feel like in a way, like without them in your life, you're kind of succeeding, you're living your life, and it's making them uncomfortable, because what it's showing them is that, you know, they're not the only, I don't know, their way isn't the only way. You know, people succeed, you know, that don't live in their household or aren't under their rules or aren't this, you know, life goes on. And, you know, what it feels like is they also have a hard time, whoever this is, has maybe a hard time letting go of control issues. They feel like they're very controlling and demanding. And what it feels like here is you're kind of being guided to just keep doing your thing. Some of you may have reached out and tried, but what it feels like, again, with that type of energy, you need to be kind of careful, and you need to have, you know, decent boundaries up. You know, but emotionally, you need to keep yourself kind of in control. You know, you can't expect blood out of a rock. You know, and a lot of times, you know, like if it's a narcissistic parent, you know, and then there are children involved, like if there are siblings, usually there'll be a favorite, and sometimes, you know, there will be a favorite, and then there's like the outcasts. They may play people against each other. There's this energy coming through, though, just do your thing. And though it hurts you, I think the hurt will be more with them. But, you know, with selfish kind of, you know, you can't really make people unselfish. They have to go through it on their own. It's almost like, you know, I feel them kind of watching, you know, and like it's getting like more bitter and more bitter. But at the same time, you know, I do feel, though, that they have control, like they're control freaks. And they don't like when people don't do what they say. So just be very careful with that energy. And I feel like the best thing for you to do is to maybe, you know, like make peace with the situation. And like do your best to forgive them, forgive the situation. That does not mean, though, again, that they need to be in your life. It just means that you make peace with them, understand it from a higher perspective. What did they go through that, you know, made them like this? Just feels like, you know, a lot of you want the love of someone who you're not getting it from. And that is one of the toughest things to go through. But I do feel, though, there's this energy of like you kind of, you know, putting this Knight of Swords feels very just, okay, it is what it is. You know, I can't get love out of somebody, you know, who's not giving it to me. And what it feels like, though, there are other people in your life who will offer that to you. It's very sad, though, when it's a parent. Very hurtful, you know, and it just feels, though, like pray for them, but do your best not to become them. Don't become what hurt you. Or don't become those that hurt you. Don't become like them. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. There's a big energy here now of you know, a lot of you in that situation. What it feels like is your life is actually thriving, and there are blessings in front of you that you are focusing on, and I feel that you should focus on instead. Build your life up. Okay? And, you know, unfortunately, what it does feel like is them becoming more bitter and bitter, but that's not your problem anymore. Unfortunately, some parents that are out there, if this is a parent situation, some parents turn their kids in a way into their own ego boost. Rather than, getting therapy or something themselves, or dealing with their own shit, they kind of use their kids as a way to sometimes live vicariously through them. And that is not good. And if you are a victim of that, I'm very sympathetic and empathetic towards you. But just know that there are better days ahead, and there are better things coming towards you. All right, let me just get a final message for this. I think there's an energy here of, it's almost like an energy of, if it's narcissistic, and it does feel like that, there's only so much you can do. Narcs are, they see things their own way, and it's one way, it's my way or the highway. And I feel like you have to recognize this for what it is and put your foot down. And a lot of you may, it's like an energy, of, what, like, there for you if you need me, but it's like an energy of, it has to be, the end has to come to it. Either you're confident, will be shot. It's one of the hardest realities I think we sometimes can go through, people in that situation. And ultimately, it's sick to say, but it's the truth, is, they don't want to see you succeed. They want you to grovel. They want you to cry at their feet and beg them for, the love that they're not really giving. And it's really, you have to recognize that and become your own person. Don't become them. But see, recognize that, that some people are not capable of giving free love. Some it comes on, it's like too much condition. Okay? So that's what I feel, just that opening message for somebody out there. Now let's get into... All right, let me see now. Love. It feels like love for Aquarius. Please, dear angels, dear God, dear universe, what's going on with Aquarius? Nine of Pentacles. Page of Cups. All right, this feels like a reading maybe for those of you who are single or have maybe recently let go of somebody. You're either, it feels like single, ready to mingle, or single and mingling, or, you've let go of somebody and you're kind of in the market. Wow, beautiful, the star. I feel like a lot of you are starting to feel really good about yourself. You are feeling good about yourself. There is an energy of groundedness coming through, attractive kind of energy. I feel like I'm loving what I do. I'm loving my life. The money's kind of flowing in, things are working. Your routine, your schedule. Letting bygones be bygones. And there's this energy. It is very attractive energy. There is an energy coming through here, though, and it's making me smile. It feels like you're being friendly to people, but there is this energy of like, ooh, you know what? You're nice, but I don't know. Feels like, though, you're not turning people away. Well, some you are, but a lot of people, what it's feeling like is, what you want, or who you want, or what you want, and... I don't feel you, though, like, kind of being total standoff. It actually feels like you're being friendly, but the Sun and the Lover, you see, there's like an energy of, no, I know who I want, and I feel like your standards are, I feel like there's this kind of gracefulness to you, and it's like you're not getting maybe butthurt, that someone is like this, or let's say you go on dates and like a few of them are a dud. You're more like you're not looking at it in the negative way and like crying over oh, how come all the guys or all the girls are like this? How come all the guys are like this? You're not doing that. It's more like, oh, okay, well, we're not a match, but okay, or you're nice, but no. But thanks for the coffee, or thanks for the day. It's like this energy of you're in a very good energy right now, in a very good place. Mm. A lot of you may have met somebody who feels like friendly, and you know what it feels like is you may have gotten a feeling that there may be a chance meeting, or there could have been a chance meeting that happened, and you know what it feels like is it's almost like you're on reserve for somebody. It's almost like it's weird, like some of you may know intuitively right now that you're about to get into a relationship, and you really don't know why, you don't know how you know this, but you are, if you maybe feel like something's coming. Mm. It's almost like, no, all's going to be well. It feels like you know it. And it feels too like there may be somebody who comes to mind when you think of this. Feelings may not have been expressed, feelings may not have been discussed. You may have even be friends with them right now. It may be silent, but it feels like there is this bond that has formed already, that it's kind of like you know it and they know it, but nothing's being said yet. But it's almost like you and somebody else know that you're going to be together. It's this weird kind of feeling of, it's almost like I'm going to get married. Like, who you're going to marry, or you're marrying someone. Or like, I almost feel like I'm sitting somewhere and I met someone, maybe like a friend or whatever, and there was nothing romantic about it, but you may have just felt like, oh God, I just felt like I met my future husband or my future wife. And I also feel like they feel it too. Now, you seem to be more at peace. I feel like whoever this is, could have broken up with somebody recently. They may be, I think along the hill, listen, a lot of us, I would say maybe 90% of us, okay, nearly all of us have been in relationships and probably broke up, right? Everyone's got an ex. Again, within reason, okay? We'll just say the bulk. And what it feels though is like you're along the healing journey, where you're kind of over it and you're doing kind of, they seem to maybe still be in that place where we've all been, and it's okay, and it feels like okay, I'm getting more like they're your type, but you may not be their usual type, or there's something that, like, I don't feel like they're necessarily resisting it, but it's like almost like, when I feel like this is someone who maybe just broke up, or is kind of, it's either fresh out or how do I say this? Like when you meet someone and it's like, but I'm so heartbroken, but like they know you're the right one, but it's like not the right time, because they're still not in that mode yet. They're still hurt. And what it feels like is they kind of know too who you are. And it's like, why did I have to meet this person right now when I don't have anything to give? And it's kind of interesting how those things happen. I feel like they're still maybe building themselves up and gaining their trust again, so that they can trust another person. This is their energy right here. Let me put these back in the deck, because I feel on the bottom of the deck, this is them. Okay. Okay, so first the World. All right, this was them. The World, the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. Right off the bat, there's a big energy again of they have feelings. Somebody has feelings for you, this person. You may know who this is. I feel like there will be, or there has been, a kind of serendipitous meeting. Okay, there will be, or there has been, depending on where you are on your journey. You may know exactly who I'm talking about. And I feel like right now, they are not ready for a relationship. Or maybe when you met them, depending on where it is. I just feel like they're in this mode. I feel like they have just broken up with somebody, okay? Or they were in something, whatever the hell it was. And it just feels like they are feeling themselves right now. They're in a place where they're kind of putting their emotions back together, building their life. Some of them can be... It just feels like it's not that they're not interested in you, they're just not interested right now for any sort of a romantic entanglement with anyone. They're not prepared. And what I like is almost that they know they're not. This may have been someone who learned their lessons the hard way about jumping in. I don't feel like they are about to put themselves in a situation where, like they're in a rebound, or that's what I feel. And I actually like what I feel. You may even know this, and it feels like, yeah, there's a big energy. I don't feel like they want to do anything sexual right now. There's almost this energy. It's like maybe, or anything even like flirty, too romantic. And it really feels like, I want to say more sexual, because I feel like that may have bit them in the ass in their old relationship. They may have went for somebody who was toxic, but it feels like they were maybe toxic in that not that they were toxic, but more like they chose someone maybe for sexual purpose, or because they were attracted to them but didn't actually get to know them. And it turned out to bite them in the ass. They maybe kind of went off their own desires and it didn't work out. And so maybe like they're just, I feel like I'm kind of trusting my judgment, or learning how to control myself better, or like, is this a feeling, or is this just like sexual attraction? Does it feel good? Does it look good? But is it actually good? I think in a way, though, they know you're good. I know what I feel. They know you're the right one for them, but they're not ready at all. And that's okay. Because I feel like you're not even in a place where you're like being pushy. You may know who this is, and I feel like they're just kind of putting themselves back together. Knight of Swords. Wow. Three of Pentacles. And there's an energy, I feel like they look up to you. This may be somebody who you've maybe given advice, or you've had, maybe you chit-chatted with them a little bit, about things. I feel like maybe you've become somewhat closer acquainted, or you will. And what it feels like is this is someone who looks up to you. They see maybe you've been through some heartbreak too, but you came out on top, and you're doing good, you're feeling good. This also may be somebody who, I know what I feel, is kind of like financially, like a little more affluent than the average Joe. And it feels like, I don't know, you are maybe more like this energy of, maybe to them, okay, of, oh, like, wow, you're not afraid to get your hands dirty, are you? Or very kind of matter of fact, but very graceful and very, like, all right, making your own bread, or eating leftovers, or, like this kind, and it just feels like you're not really in the material world too much. It's like you appreciate things maybe a little more than they did. and they're seeing how your energy, it's like very peaceful, very kind of matter of fact as well, but it's kind of like they like that. Maybe they're used to. Yeah, that's what I feel too. There's this almost this energy of like low maintenance with you, and they may have been with like high maintenance. What do you mean it's a day old, or what do you mean it's not fresh? Like I'm getting like the kind of whiny bullshit, and you're not like that. Or like let's say something like, oh, the restaurant you want to go to is closed, or it's crowded, right? You're the type that'll just be like, oh, well, whatever. So like, let's go to, I don't know, let's go to the drive-through. Who cares? Okay, let's go here. Let's go to some cheap. Okay, let's go home again and we'll do this. Let's go here. Let's go. It's like you're not gonna react over bullshit. You're very like, and whereas maybe other people around will be like, oh my God, this is the end of the world. And what do you mean? Why didn't you get a reservation? Like a lot of bull crap. And I feel like you're okay. Well, then let's eat home. Let's go to Burger King. I don't know. It's like that. Oh well, guess we're not going there. Any situation it can really be. It feels nice the way they look at you. I feel a relationship deepening. I feel them approaching you slowly. There's almost this energy of them, I feel you two maybe sharing some emotional conversations. Maybe about they may kind of come to you about their life. And I do feel a friendship, a bond that slowly forms. And it feels like, you have something that they need in a way. And they, to you also, may have something that you are curious about. I know what I feel. It's like you know it. They could maybe be like a little bit of a bad boy or a bad girl, quote unquote, or have in that energy, and have kind of learned how to balance that. And maybe like they could be a little like. And when I say dark, I don't mean evil. I just mean more in like the material pleasures, the material side of life, and that's okay. Because what it feels like is, maybe you'll dabble a little too, like, or like let your hair down a little bit. But it feels very balanced. There's something that piques your curiosity about them. Because again, I also feel like, again, you've, been around there's like this energy. Yeah, I know what that's all about. Yeah, okay, And they may have maybe let their hair down too much. But I do. I see them kind of coming to you, though, in the near future for advice, maybe to talk. I also feel like they feel you're a very good person. There's something good about you. Something, like supportive. You're not like other people in my life. Or maybe materialistic, vain, into their like their image, and and it's like, but you're actually, they're actually like nasty people. They're kind of like maybe salt that looks like sugar. You're more like, you're coming out like sugar, but because you actually are sugar. You don't pretend to be sugar. Wow. Queen of Swords, Three of Cups, and the Four of Wands. There's a big energy. I feel like this is their side, this year's. There's this energy of, you kind of doing your thing. And I feel like they're going to approach you for a relationship. They're going to at least confess that they feel like, I almost feel it being very spiritual. Almost like, what, I think we meant for, would you, I don't know. It's almost like they don't know why they're feeling it, but they want to explore something with you. I want to be a part of your life. I like the way you live. I want to be closer to you. And I feel like you're going to allow it. They're going to approach you in a way that you're going to feel beautiful. You're going to feel valued. You're going to feel even, because I feel like even I feel sexy. But I feel them saying it in a way that's not vulgar. That's not just pure this, pure that. It's the right balance of words. And genuine. So maybe they may be a little scared to say these things, or maybe to take the friendship to the next level, but I feel them doing it. They feel a pull towards you. This is an absolute new soulmate for you. Absolutely. The Six of Cups, Four of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. This is an energy of they're going to heal, and then they're going to approach you. They already feel it. They already feel it, but it's just not time yet. Give it a few months. It feels like a few months. See, and then there's that devil again. This is an energy again of I feel it's a balanced devil. This is like the sex, the good food, material pleasure. And that is a part of life. And I feel like it's going to be the right balance between that. I think they've been through the toxic bullshit, and they know that you're not in it, you're not a cause of it. It's just a nice energy here. I also feel there's like a sexual attraction, but it feels like sex won't be the main focus of this relationship. It'll more be like a cherry on top. I also feel that you think they're really sexy. There's something about them that attracts you. Wow. There's a big energy of them. It feels like things kind of slowly ripening with them. Pages turn into knights, and then the kings. See, there's a big energy. It feels like when they start to trust themselves again, they're going to start to let you in. And I feel like they know they don't want to offend you or piss you off. But there's also this energy of I feel they respect you, and they don't want you to feel that they're just getting into it with you, for their own purposes, their own selfishness. I feel like a slowly forming relationship, and it feels beautiful. But I do feel again that they're recovering from it. Let them make peace with it. Let them say goodbye, to their pet. And I feel like it will happen. They will do it kind of slowly, go through their grief and whatnot. And I feel, though, like you're not going to be the rebound. And I feel, what I feel is they don't want you to be. Right now, they may not be able to handle a relationship, and that's okay. And you may know that. Yeah. It may be too that the ex reaches, and it's just kind of like they may make the decision like, no, I'm over this. No, I don't want that again. No, thanks. Right? But they have to go through that themselves. I feel them facing their toxicity, whatever was toxic, and saying bye-bye to it. No more. No more drama, no more fear. And I feel them kind of maybe realizing that they were with the other part or whatever it was for the wrong reasons. And it's okay. They had to go through it. Now they're going to do something for the right reason. All right, so Aquarius, I hope this reading resonated with you. Let me just get you a final. Yeah. Okay. Suffering in right now, I feel like they are suffering in silence in their life, and it's okay. It just feels like they are going through the motions. Yeah, they're healing their heart. Okay, and some of you may know this, and if other like wondering why they're silent, whatever, that's what it is. And I feel they must do that. Moving on. That exactly. They are moving on. Allow them to. And then comes recognition and reward. They have to move on. And I think you know that. Yeah, see, from the heartache and loss. It's exactly what I felt in the reading, and it's confirmed. Harmony. So that harmony can be had, and I think it will be. You know who this is, and there's hope. They are going to find their hope again, and I think you, in a way, are their hope. Or they view you as, wow, there actually is love in the world. Like there is hope for me. How beautiful is that? Right? So all my love to you, Aquarius. Again, if you're interested in a private reading, you may email me down below. That information is in the description box. All my love to you. Bye-bye now.